to the 415 buildup, and you guys, we are gonna have this thing on the test stand, thumping and making some freaking noise. I am super excited for this one. Here's the big thing with you guys in hydraulics. Take the push rod and I want you to go up and down with it. You can hear it clicking. Don't twist it. Don't sit here and twist the push rod, because what you can do is you can actually twist. Now this will be for your flat tappets as well. You can actually twist inside the plunger and you're gonna get a false reading. Don't just crank this down thinking, well, I'll do it when I finally feel it really bite in. No. Up, down. When you feel no up, down movement anymore, then we know we're at 0. Right there. Now, once you got this already set at 0, you're either going to have to do a quarter turn past or a half turn past. Your lifter company will pretty much tell you what to do. Most of the time, it's going to be right around a quarter of a turn. So if I'm right, boop, there, quarter turn, not quite to noon. That locking nut's biting a little bit, so not quite to noon. Right about to there. Now, lock this bad boy down. Here's another tip. If you're doing solid rollers and you go through and you lock this down and then you try it with your feeler gauge underneath and all of a sudden it's a feeling of, oh my gosh, I'm not quite where I need to be. Well, I'll just take this and tighten it a little more. Do not do that. Once this locking Allen is on top of that stud and you start turning this, you're asking to shear off the stud. So if you have to readjust, break this loose, readjust, retighten. Two more things ready to go on, and this thing is going on the test stand. We are gonna lock down the frickin' intake manifold. I'm gonna stick the water pump on with the alternator and all that, get the belt running on there because you can't do it when it's on the test stand. And the next thing is the test stand. So Nick's over here working his magic. What you doing, buddy?
We're gonna get rid of this old Yukon radiator and put a nice aluminum one on. This one served its purpose for a lot of years, few years, well over 10 years.
Long time, yeah.
A lot of leaks, you know that, and some videos, a lot of leaks. So we're just gonna upgrade the stand, put that nice aluminum radiator on, clean it up a little bit, and yeah, go from there.
Next to our muffler selection, so you will hear the old-fashioned Walker Sonic turbo mufflers. We got Flowmasters. We got all kinds of goodies that are on here, even some Black Widows. So this little 415 is definitely going to sound cool. We'll probably throw a couple of different mufflers on it so you guys can hear it. Plus, I don't know about the neighbors here. They're going to get introduced to the garage pretty quick. Just cleaned it up with a little bit of carb cleaner and all that stuff. Got done with that, and then used some Eastwood Alumiblast. And she turned out beautiful. So I got a little bit of silicone on all this stuff. Let's throw an intake on. At the end of this video, I'll put right up here a spot that you can click on to hit that link, and you'll be able to see this thing as cheap date down the track. And I tell you what, you guys, with those big old 24s on it, we still managed to get a little air underneath those. It runs fantastic for a big old heavy Monte Carlo to do as well as it did on a cheap date budget. I guarantee you guys are gonna dig it. It's no longer cheap date anymore, not with this thing. Now that we got this thing on the test stand, and I gotta say, you guys, this thing is looking good. The black, the aluminum, all the polished goodies on this thing. I am digging how she's looking right now. I tell you what, I can't wait to get her warmed up and hear her start moaning, because this baby is sexy. Now, you got the lowdown. What cheap date is, the 415, everything else. Now all that's left is for you guys to hit that subscribe button. get into the garage, become part of the family, and see all the craziness that's gonna keep moving down the line, because we still have to set this thing up to handle that thing. But first things first, let's get it up, let's get it running, and let's hear this bad boy come to life. I ended up grabbing his exhaust, which is over there. That is the Black Widow Widowmakers. So we'll end up making some noise with those so you guys can hear them, but we'll do a nice little exhaust test. These are the Thrush, basically a rip-off of a Flowmaster. And they don't sound bad. They don't sound bad, but really wanting to hear the crackle of that camshaft, those Black Widows, it's gonna do the trick. So we'll start with those, we'll finish with the Black Widows, and then of course, we gotta fire this thing off open header to really get it. So, oh, that's not the motor running. I know you guys are thinking it. We're just going through and doing some priming. Right there. Right there. Let me move this out of the way. Got a little something off the rear.
No.
That right there.
It's not off the pan.
No, rear main.
Huh?
Into the rear main. Because that's directly underneath. And this, that is oil. So we're gonna have to look at that rear main a little bit. Double check that, but that's all I'm seeing there. That's water. It doesn't sound too bad. Switched over to the Black Widows. These are those neighbor haters. This thing is going to be loud. This is the actual exhaust that's going to be on cheap date on the Monte Carlo. Looks like I'm going to have to tighten the pan up a little bit more. That's why we got a small oil leak. But other than that, we figured out what the water leak was this little fitting right here that Nick over tightened. That I over tightened. So we got a little drip, drip, drip. Other than that, everything's smooth. So let's get this thing fired off and check this out. This is going to sound so good. That sounds better. All right, let's see what it sounds like outside. That sounds pretty damn good through those Black Widows. And again, it's not a great big old monster crazy hydraulic roller cam, but she's got a nice lick to it. And now for the Libre Distance open headered. Did fire it back off again. I tightened up the oil pan bolts. We're all good to go. I figured the heat cycle was what was causing the oil pan to slowly leak, and it was. So that's all good to go. I gotta say this thing turned out really, really nice. For a maintenance-free pump gas, I'll say semi-big cubic inch small block, this thing is gonna be a freaking ripper into the Monte Carlo. And why do I got the gas tank out of the car? Whoa, there's so many questions and so many answers that you could give me. But if you really want to know what's going on, you're going to have to hit that subscribe button to see what's going on next. Want to make sure these things don't get neglected. Also, this might be something that helps you guys out there, because this is something a lot of people just plain and simple forget to do or don't know what to do. Why do I have another one over here? I could do it all to that gas tank. I don't know. You're just going to have to wait and see. Ha ha ha. So become part of the Muscle Car Custom Garage. Come on down, enjoy yourselves. We got a couple more projects that are going to be coming in down the pipeline here pretty soon that I guarantee you guys are going to dig and love, because I know I'm going to. So I hope to see you at a car show, at a drag strip, at a swap meet, at a freaking parts store. Keep the car community going, you guys. I don't care if it's classics, if it's modern, it doesn't matter. It's being part of that community, that horsepower community, and I absolutely love it. And I thank you guys for being a part of the Muscle Car Custom Garage community. So until we meet again, my friends, I'll see you on the next episode. Take care.